Hey, this is Mutsa Badri and we are celebrating the 100th Alive and Fearless Monday week. We have reached 100 weeks of consistent Alive and Fearless Monday that we have been recording for you on different topics, and I want to thank and appreciate all of you for watching the videos, for sharing this video with your family and friends, and really connecting with us, spending your journey and time with us, and all the breakthroughs that we have been getting below the videos, the questions, and all of your love and support is really appreciated. I would not have reached 100 videos without you. Now I have good news and bad news for you. The bad news is that we are going to stop sending you Alive and Fearless Monday videos. The good news is that we are going to give you far better value, because we realize that motivation is good, inspiration is good, people are watching the videos and you're learning, but I really want to help you achieve your full potential. I want to help you with my core concept. You've been listening Alive and Fearless Monday. Now, what is Alive and Fearless? Alive and Fearless is a new way of thinking, feeling, and achieving. And I want to start sharing with you the concepts and techniques that I only share in the live event, in my course, in the online course, or in personal coaching programs. So I'm going to share with you all the core concepts and the frameworks that we have been sharing with our clients and customers to give them consistent results, to give them a new mindset. So it's not only just small short bursts of inspiration and instructions, but it is also a lifelong transformation where you really understand the core concepts of being alive and fearless, and you're able to implement it in your life. So let's go to watching the core concept of alive and fearless. Hey, I believe that everybody should live an alive and fearless life. No one should be able to settle for any kind of life that is handed over to us and live in mediocrity, live in scarcity, live in fear, and live with minimalism, whatever is coming your way, and just surviving, waiting to die. I believe everybody needs to enjoy their relationship, income, lifestyle, achieve whatever you can achieve in your career, in your business, and truly reach your full potential, unleash your inner power, and overcome any fears that is stopping you from living a life you love, so that you can live a happy, healthy, and regret-free life. In this video, we're going to understand how you can convert your rotten results into ripe results via the rotten fruit theory, and we will understand that we are all born alive and fearless. But then something happens to us that creates an artificial you, an artificial personality that we all accept, we have all created, and we are all living through it in order to continuously behave in a rotten way and get rotten results. So in this video, you're going to understand how to convert any rotten result that you are currently facing. It could be in your personal life. It could be that you're struggling with self-confidence, self-esteem issue, you fear public speaking, you feel not good enough, you don't feel appreciated, you have certain skills that you want to develop, or maybe in your relationships, maybe in marriage, you're not happy with your spouse, you want more connection. That is a rotten result. Maybe it is in your parenting. You are wanting to do the best for your kids, but somehow your kids are not responding. There's disobedience, there is back answer. Maybe that is a rotten result in your life which you want to convert into ripe. Maybe it is in a business that you have a good product, you know the market is there, but you're not able to sell, you're not able to launch. Or maybe on the job you're not getting growth, that is a rotten result. Or maybe in your health you're not having the energy, vitality that you know you should be having, maybe that is a rotten result. Or for those students, you're not able to launch your career, or you're not able to go and do what you really are passionate about, maybe that is a rotten result in your life. So whatever rotten result, you will understand what can I do immediately to understand why it is rotten, and what action can I take to make it ripe. So let's understand the rotten fruit theory. We're taking an analogy of a tree, and on the tree there are ripe and rotten results, ripe and rotten fruits, which we are describing it as a rotten results of our life. So we have ripe results, the results which are good, right? You're watching this video, you're using technology, I'm sure you've had some sort of education, you have love from your family, your friendship. These are good rotten results, good culture, good mannerisms. These are good results in your life, but at the same time, We all have rotten results also, which we are not so happy about, which we want to convert into ripe. Now the question is, we all have good intentions, but somehow we are not able to convert these rotten into ripe, and the reason is your rotten behavior. We take the analogy of a tree and use the bark as an analogy of your rotten behavior. We behave and we get results. If you're behaving good, obviously you're getting good results. That's why you have the ripe results. But if you are behaving rotten, now when I mean rotten, what I mean is your behavior is responsible for the rotten results of your life. Now some of you might say that, no, I don't agree. I have done everything good. I always do the best and what I can do. It is not my behavior, it is the environment, it is people around me that is forcing me or influencing me to behave this way. It doesn't matter. It is still your behavior. It is still your results. And how are you behaving in the way that you're behaving? We understand that it is the roots that is causing the rotten behavior. And when we look at the root, the roots of the tree represent your mind. We call it rotten BTEC, your belief, thinking, emotion and knowledge, which is in the mind. The mind has 4 drivers which drive behavior. Now if your mind has rotten belief, thinking, emotion and knowledge, then we understand that your behavior is going to be rotten, causing rotten results in your life. Now your question would be that how did my BTEC get rotten? How did I develop this rotten BTEC? And we understand that the rotten BTEC was developed, we say that we were born alive and fearless. All of us were born alive and fearless. We were not born with the artificial you. But then what happened is, as you were born, you got influenced by your parents, by your family members. So I want you to go and think about your childhood, right? When you were born, you were alive and fearless. You were full of life. Everything was possible. Nothing was impossible, right? You would go, be yourself, enjoy. You would have a fight, but then again, you would overcome it. You didn't have ego. You didn't have hate. You didn't have, oh, this is not possible, or I can't do this. You were not blaming, complaining, criticizing as a child. You were just full of life. You were alive and fearless. But then slowly, your parents started influencing you. As you grew up, then your extended family members, you started interacting with them. You started engaging with them. You were observing, you were looking at them. And as you grew from few months to a year to few years, and as you started going to school, your nursery, right? You had teachers' influence, you had friends' influence, you had neighbors influencing you. In today's age, we have children going on the internet and having smartphones and devices in their hand. They're watching media, YouTube, cartoons and all sorts of stuff which are influencing you. So as a child, you started getting influenced by your 5 people. We call them your 5 people, right? Now these 5 people could be anybody throughout your life, and even today you are being influenced by them. If you're married, if you're on a job, if you're doing business, your colleagues, your customers, your employees, your vendors, society, if you're married, your spouse, your kids, if you have kids, all of them are influencing you on a daily basis. Think about it, right? We are listening to people, we are listening to our teachers, we are listening to our friends, we are interacting with them, we are socializing with our colleagues, with our boss. So all of these are influencing you, creating good stuff. So they gave you good stuff, but they also gave you what we call as rotten BTEC. So whatever your 5 people gave you good, that's awesome, that goes into the alive and fearless you. It adds on to the alive and fearless you. So for example, there are people in your life who are motivating you, who are telling you, yes, you can, come on, go for it, don't give up on your dreams, right? You have what it takes, I believe in you. These are people whom you want to surround yourself with, right? These are people who are not only motivating you, they are cheering for you, they're guiding you, they're supporting you in your bad times, and they're always there for you. But there are also people, your loved ones, the people who care about you, who you are living on a daily basis, like your parents, like your spouse, maybe it's your boss, maybe it's your colleague. They are giving you good stuff, but they're also passing on their rotten BTEC. What I mean is rotten beliefs, rotten thinking, rotten emotions, and rotten knowledge. So what do I mean when I say they are passing on to you the rotten BTEC? So let's take a couple of examples. It could be your parent or your dad who is angry, and he's passing on anger to you. You have learned anger from your dad, and you're saying, oh, I'm an angry person. You are not born angry. You became angry because of the interaction with your 5 people. So basically you got anger from your 5 people, and then it became a rotten BTEC, giving you rotten behavior, hence giving you the rotten results. If it's in parenting, right, you are a child who has been strictly parented, right, you've been abused, you've been hit, you've been told that no, you have to study, education is everything, then obviously that becomes a rotten BTEC. It becomes a rotten belief which adds on to your mindset and your behavior. Maybe you are a father, mother, you're yelling at your child, you're putting pressure on your child for education, you're not giving them freedom. I have so many parents who say, I hit my child, I abuse, I don't know what to do, my child is back answering, he's being disobedient, he's not listening, I have no clue what to do. So we are absorbing all these rotten BTECs from our 5 people, and we are adding them to our mindset as a rotten BTEC, and we are behaving rotten, hence we are getting the rotten results, which is your child is not listening, your child doesn't love you, there's no peace and harmony in the house, there's no growth, everybody is upset. It could be in the area of marriage. We all have these rotten BTEC in our marriage where we say that, you know what, I have to marry this person, and I have to give in to abuse, I'm not happy in my marriage, but my spouse is not understanding. It's a rotten result. You know, I don't know what to do. My behavior, I've tried all the behavior, but I'm still getting rotten results. We can't connect with each other. We don't understand each other. And the reason is because of your rotten BTEC. And this rotten BTEC has come from your 5 people, your surrounding till date. So we keep adding these rotten BTEC in our entire life. As we kept growing, we kept observing in the area of money. You know, you've been told money is difficult to earn, save money, and this is a rotten BTEC. Yes, I understand money is not easy, but it is not difficult. If you understand how to do it, then you can earn the money, you can make the income. But we have been scared. Don't talk to strangers, right? Make sure that you are safe, secure. Get a safe, secure job. Don't go into business. Business is risky. Now, all of these emotions, all of these BTEC, we didn't even know how to complain, blame, criticize, right? We have, as we grew up, we saw our people do it. We saw them do the belief, thinking, emotion, knowledge. All the knowledge that we have got is from our people. Where did you learn how to hate, how to be jealous, how to be envy? Where did you learn how to complain, blame, criticize, carry the past, or get egoistic? Where did you learn fears from? And where are we getting all our knowledge from? Right? All of them are coming from our 5 people. And as we keep gathering this rotten BTEC, we keep increasing these thought processes, these beliefs, these emotions, and we are adapting it as if they are ours, right? We are looking at people, we are surrounded by people who are giving us advice, sometimes free advice, sometimes they're telling us what to do with, in a way that, you know what, my way is right and you have to follow this way. And as you are growing up, we are naive, we don't understand, we trust the people, we trust our 5 people. Obviously you're going to trust your father, mother, brother, sister, sibling, friend, teacher. Some people hear this, they're like, what are you saying? How are you questioning these authoritative figures? What I'm saying is these are good people, they gave you good stuff, the intention was good, but they also unknowingly, knowingly passed on their rotten BTEC. And please understand, everyone has rotten BTEC, right? Everyone that you are working with right now has some sort of rotten BTEC. They have got it from, as they were growing up, they have also learnt it from other people. So as we keep on getting these rotten BTEC around us as we are growing up, this is what happened. We created an artificial personality. We call this an artificial you. So we were all born alive and fearless, and then we created an artificial you, and we are thinking that this artificial you is me. The problem is that you're not identifying that, no, this rotten BTEC came from so-and-so person, or I'm not going to pick up anger from my dad. I'm not going to pick up this rotten marriage BTEC from my friend or from my relative. I'm not going to do the same I'm not going to parent my child the way I have been parented in a negative way. So you are adapting as if that is the truth, as if this rotten artificial you is you. Now tell me, this artificial you and alive and fearless you, how do I know? How do I know whether I am behaving from alive and fearless or am I behaving from artificial? Because now you have two yous. There are two minds. One is the mind which tells you to do, and one is the mind which tells you not to do, right? And often you want to do, but you don't do. And sometimes you don't want to do, but you do. And we get conflict between the two minds. And then you do the behavior, right? You're doing the behavior which is either ripe and rotten. But then what is controlling the ripe and rotten results of your life? If you think I am producing ripe behavior, why am I getting rotten results? The answer is there is a test, and the test is regret. If you regret doing a behavior, it is rotten behavior. And if you don't regret, it is ripe. It comes from your alive and fearless you. So let's take a couple of examples. If you want to get up in the morning and exercise, and you're eating healthy, and you're a loving parent, and you're a loving spouse, you're doing productive work, you're doing your passion, you're making income, you're doing all the right things that you know you should be doing, which is the right behavior, you're getting ripe results. And that comes from the alive and fearless you. But if you know, right now watching this video, if you know I have bad habits, I am behaving like a jerk, I am not giving time to my parents or my kids or my spouse, I'm not being healthy, I'm not eating healthy, and I know that this is harming me, and I'm not being productive, and I'm on a job which I don't like, and I'm not doing the business the way business is supposed to be done, then these are all behaviors which are rotten. And because of that rotten behavior, what are you going to get? You are going to get rotten results. Now over here you will say, okay, I understood, Mutsa. What you're saying is that my rotten results are because of my rotten behavior. And my rotten behavior is because of my rotten B-Tech which I got from my 5 people, because I was born alive and fearless, but then these people all around me, my friends, family, and all of them kind of bombarded me with their rotten B-Tech. Of course, they gave me good stuff, but they also gave me the rotten B-Tech. And I just took these rotten B-Tech thinking that, okay, you know what, I'm just going to adapt to it. And I created an artificial personality around me. Okay, so that means that I have to blame my 5 people. Can you really blame your 5 people for creating this artificial you? By the way, your 5 people just gave you what they could do best. You created the artificial you around the alive and fearless you. And the reason you created the artificial you is to fit in, to gel in, to be loved, to be accepted. Think, there are a lot of times which you wanted to oppose your 5 people. You wanted to go the other way. You didn't approve of their behavior. You knew that they are doing something wrong. Maybe in their business, work, relationship, at home. But you kept quiet. Because you said, if I'm going to speak up, I'm going to be yelled at, I'm going to be outcasted, I'm going to be the odd one out. So we just all gel into our friends. We get into smoking habits. We get into all sorts of habits in business, at work, in personal life, because we just want our friends to accept us. And we want to fit in, and we want to feel comfortable and secure. And that's the reason we keep killing our alive and fearless you, what is the right thing to do, and we start following 5 people artificial B-Tech. Their rotten B-Tech we adapt and think it is me. And the more you keep doing that, the more you start becoming like your 5 people. You become the average of your 5 people. You start complaining, you start blaming, you start saying, I can't do this, oh, this is difficult, market is bad, oh, marriage has to be like this, I have to dominate. I have so many parents coming and saying, how can you not hit the child? You have to strict the child, you have to be strict, you have to discipline the child, you have to punish the child. No, academics is everything. If they don't study, if they don't become graduates, then they will not become somebody. Please tell me, how many do you know people who are PhDs and academics and doctors, lawyers, architects who are failures, who don't even have job, they can't even make a decent living. So these are all rotten B-Tech installed in your head by your 5 people as you are growing up, and even today as you are watching this video, there are people in your life who are bombarding you with their rotten B-Tech. So tell me, can you blame them? You can really not blame them, right? Because if you blame your 5 people, if you blame your boss, your dad, your mom, your siblings, your friend, they are just a victim of their 5 people, because they have got their rotten BTech from their 5 people, and they have got it from their 5 people, and they've got it from their 5 people. So you can't really go and blame them. Hey dad, because of you had anger, that's why I got anger. Your dad will say, go talk to your grandfather. I got anger from there. You go and talk to your grandfather will say, talk to my father. And where are you going to go? It's a complete sequence. Now you today, since you're watching this video, and I appreciate you still watching. If you're still watching this video, you're someone who really is committed to change your life and get the results that you deserve. Now listen to this. You cannot blame your 5 people. But what you can do is you can break the chain. You can break the chain. What do I mean? You can identify the rotten BTech, and you can clean up your artificial you. You can break the chain. You can detect what is the rotten belief that my people have given me. What is the rotten thinking? What are these rotten emotions which I have to eliminate from my life? What is this rotten knowledge which I have to stop acquiring, stop following through, and delete from my life? And as you continuously do that, as you keep breaking the chain, the artificial, the rotten BTech that your 5 people have given you, once you start breaking the chain, what you are doing is you're giving up your artificial you. You are identifying that I was born alive and fearless, and I created this artificial you which is not me, and I am going to disown it. I'm going to disown my artificial, and I'm going to start cleaning up. And this is what happens when you start cleaning up. You will start cleaning up the artificial you, and you will begin to empower the alive and fearless you. And how you're going to do this is you're going to stop doing behaviors that you regret. Because the more behavior that you do which you regret, which you know you should not be doing, you're going to continuously feed the artificial you. You're going to continuously feed this guy, the black, you're going to continuously feed the black guy. And you don't want to feed the artificial you. You want to eliminate the artificial you. You want to find out what are these limitations that, I have got from these 5 people, and I want to clean it up. Now what happens the moment you start cleaning it up and you start empowering the alive and fearless you, you start doing things which you love to do. So I know all of you love to, have connection, bond with your children, with your spouse, with your family. We all crave love. We all crave peace and happiness. We all want happiness. We all want to be healthy. We want to do the best business that we want to do. We want to be performing at job. We want to live an alive and fearless life. A life which we don't regret at the end of our life, that I should have done this, I could have done this, I didn't do this, I lost my years, I lost my time. So my request to all of you is make sure that you're committing to transform, you're committing to begin to live an alive and fearless life. You're no longer going to feed your artificial by behaving on a daily basis, behaviors which you know that you regret. I get so many coaching clients who come and say, Mutsa, I did this which I regret. I did this which I regret. In my relationship, in my parenting, in my job, in my career, I took the wrong career, I did the wrong business. Now, if your life is full of regret from morning to evening, please understand you are going to continuously feed your artificial. And the more you feed your artificial, the more you're not going to be able to do the things you love, and you will continuously be doing the things which you hate, and probably you will hate yourself for that. And the reason you're doing that is because of the rotten BTech which you've got from your 5 people. Now, having said that, to end this video, what you need to do is you need to identify your rotten BTech that the 5 people have given you. You have to overcome them by taking control of the alive and fearless you. You have to reclaim the you that you have lost throughout these years, which I know is there within you. So I hope you have seen the entire video and you understand that why you are getting the rotten results that you're getting, what is responsible, basically your behavior, and why you're not able to behave the way that you really want is because of your rotten BTech, and that comes from your 5 people as you are growing up, which created an artificial around the alive and fearless you that you are born to be. So moving forward, we are going to share with you the old way, the artificial you, what the 5 people have given you, and the new way, the alive and fearless way that you can implement immediately in your life. So expect moving forward every Monday we're going to release a video explaining you the artificial that the 5 people have given you, and so that you can really understand and bust the artificial and begin to implement the alive and fearless way in your life and begin to live an alive and fearless life. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding the core concept, please post it below the video and share this video with your family and friends so they can understand the core concept and that they can also realize that I was born alive and fearless, but I created an artificial around me which is basically controlling my life and not allowing me to get the results that I truly deserve. Thank you so much for watching. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, stay strong, and I'll see you soon in the next Alive and Fearless Way.